one, he's an idiot, and two, he just listens to shit from everyone.
Danny Gathone for Pro Boxing Fans. We're in Birmingham. We've just had the launch preference for Felix Cash. Sorry, Tyler Denny versus Felix Cash. Eddie, great domestic card, but everyone hates each other.
I mean, yeah, I think the fighters are just sort of understanding that you've got to speak up a little bit more. I don't want fake beef, but sell yourself and why you're going to win this fight. And obviously when you do that, someone else reacts, and I thought it was a great presser. I think it's a really, really good card. Tyler Denny against Felix Cash, great fight. Lewis Crocker against Conor Walker, absolute war. I think he's got Fight of the Year written all over it. Jordan Flynn against Cameron Vaughn, don't stop going at each other. Emma Dolan against Shannon Ryan. Hamza Uddin, Kane Baker against Aqib Diaz. Muhammad Ali, Ibrahim Suleiman. They do big numbers here, June 22nd. Really, really good card.
Just on the main event, I think everyone knows how good crap it is at middleweight, but I don't think anyone's expecting them to be going at it that much upstairs. What did you make of Tyler referencing a potential silent ban for Felix? I mean, that's been something that there's been rumblings on offline.
I think that, I've seen that about a couple of fighters, and I just want to tell you...
Is that a thing?
No. I mean, I want to tell you that if there was a silent ban, I would know about it. And absolutely complete bollocks. Felix Cash had a hand injury, he had hand surgery, and then he went through personal problems, which he kind of chose not to talk about up there, but I don't think you should shy away from that fact. And now he comes back with Adam Booth in a really big, tough fight. I think Tyler sort of poked the bear about this Twitter bullshit rumour about silent bans. But what he did do was he rattled Felix Cash, and he riled him up, which is good, because Felix Cash is in deep on June 22nd. He's got to show that he still has appetite for the sport. We know how good he is when he destroyed Denzel Bentley, and he was going to fight for the world middleweight title. He's a hell of a fighter. But you need more than that. You've got to have desire and appetite when it gets tough. And we'll find out on June 22nd.
Career on the line for Felix, or is that a bit strong?
Because it's difficult to come back from. When you've been through the problems that he's been through, and then you get beat after being out for a year, how do you then come back again? Very, very tough fight and a must-win for him.
Eddie, got to move on. Got to talk about Ryan Garcia. Obviously returned a positive result for Osterine, and I believe there's suspicions of another substance, though there needs to be further. Yeah, there was one. I can't pronounce the name of it, but there's another one. But when did you know, or did you find out at the same time the rest of us?
And I had a missed call from Devin Haney and a text saying, call me ASAP. So spoke to him, saw it all, middle of the night, like 2 a.m, something like that. Really disappointed for Devin, to be honest with you, because not only has he fought a guy who's 3.5 pound over, he's also fought a guy that's got performance-enhancing drugs in his system. Now, how they got there is for Ryan Garcia and Golden Boy to deal with. Did he cheat? Was it unintentional? I can't pass judgment. I don't know the guy. I'd like to think he didn't cheat, but he deserves the opportunity to be heard in that respect. What we do know is that when Devin Haney entered the ring with Ryan Garcia, he had performance-enhancing drugs in his system. And for that reason, the fight result will be overturned, I'm almost certain, with the New York State Athletic Commission. And of course, he was 3.5 pound over as well. So, Ryan, you got to understand, if you're Devin Haney right now, you're sitting there going, hang on a minute. Not only did he come in 3.5 pound over, he also had this in his system when I fought him. It's not fair, and it's not. But Ryan's got to be up for the fight now, and so has Golden Boy, because I've been there, and it's a hell of a fight you've got to have now to save your career. And I hopefully there's a reason why. And it don't look good, but I've been on the other end before, where I am sure in my mind that someone has tested positive where it was not intentional at all, and they have no knowledge of how. But the problem is, as we've found, one thing you can't do is you can't come out and you go, oh, someone's got it in for me. I'm sorry, the world don't work like that. You have to try and find how this could on earth be possible. But that's not Devin's problem. Devin, the factual side is, it was in his system when he fought, which means it should be an immediate no contest.
We'll come on to the...
Which, by the way, doesn't mean anything really for Devin's career. So when people think, oh, they're trying to get the decision overturned, that's for him personally. You understand, as a fighter, when you've built an unbeaten record and you put it on the line and this has happened, that's for peace of mind. It doesn't change his commercial value. at all. He's still world champion. We're not trying to get anyone stripped. But Devin will insist that that decision is overturned, and I'm almost certain it would be.
You talked about the possibility of being ruled a no contest. Is there any possibility it could be changed to a disqualification win for Devin? I know a Lucien Boutte fight back in 2016, the WBC changed it to a DQ. Yeah, DQ win.
I don't like the idea. I mean, I don't think you should be given a victory in a fight that you lost, regardless of the situation. It should just be a no contest. Like, it's not fair, and it might not be Ryan's fault, we don't know, but it's not fair, so therefore it shouldn't count. But I don't see how you can just give him a win. I mean, I don't think that's right either, but listen, that's a New York State Athletic Commission. The good thing is that's a good commission, and that's a thorough commission that will deal with this in the exact correct manner. But as I said, I hope that Ryan and Oscar can be resilient enough to deal with this, because it's fucking ain't easy. It's aged me significantly, and it's going to be a tough fight to win.
You talked about Ryan and people talking about having it in for him. I'm sure you've seen Gervonta Davis' social media feed. I think there was one tweet where he says Eddie, if he's involved in this, should be banned from boxing, and then alluding to you and Victor Conte, I think joining forces.
Like, to be honest with you, the one thing will never ever happen is me joining forces with Victor Conte. I fucking tell you that now. But I also tell you that I've been on the other side with VADA on numerous occasions of fighters that have failed drug tests, of my fighters that I've had to put this fight up for. For Gervonta Davis to suggest that I could be behind this, one, he's an idiot, and two, he just listens to shit from everyone. And I messaged him, and I should sue him really, but I can't be bothered because the guy just deletes his tweets like a kid. Like what? On what planet do you delete your tweets all the time? You got something to say, can you stand by it or not? But, like, I don't know how people get these thoughts in people's heads. VADA have collected a blood sample or a urine sample, both I think in this instance, from Ryan Garcia, taken it to the laboratory, and it has been found that he's got performance enhancing drugs in his system. Now, it could be unlucky, it could be contaminated, or it could be cheating. I have no idea, but that was in there. And, I've been through it where, what you can't do is go on Instagram Live and go, ha ha, everyone's got it against me, this is a joke. You've got to now instruct your lawyers and your team to put a case together as to how this has happened. But the fact remains, when he beat Devin Haney, he had performance enhancing drugs in his system. Fact. Intentional or not, it's over to him to prove.
You talk about Ryan and that need to get his legal team together. How likely do you think that is? I mean, he doesn't seem to be taking it particularly seriously, judging by his social media.
Someone will need to, because he'll get banned. He'll get banned by the New York State Athletic Commission, and he won't be able to fight. But look, if that ban's a year, 2 years, he might not fight again in a year anyway. Who knows? But for his own credibility and for his own honour, he should want to defend that case if he is innocent. But again, it's a tough fight. It's a tough road. I've been through it for 2 years, and I've been through it because I believe in my fighter. So if Oscar believes in Ryan, and everybody does, they've got to fight in the same way, and it ain't easy.
Talk about Oscar there. It's quite unfortunate timing for him. The press conference, he was obviously bringing up Canelo's failed issues with drug tests, and then obviously that happened. Just what did you make of that whole back and forth between Oscar and Canelo?
I do think it's sad because Oscar's just got this something inside him, like for everything that Oscar's achieved, and he's a legend. Like I don't call a lot of people legends. I think he's a legend of the sport as a boxer, all right? And that's a guy who hates me, and I'm telling you that.
You think he actually does hate you?
Yeah, real bad, real bad, more than anyone in boxing. You got to let it go, man. You got to be happy in yourself to say that's the past. We shake hands and we move on. But it's just like, and I don't know, but there's a lot said both ways. A lot of bad stuff.
Have you seen the translation of Canelo's?
Like, not just that, stuff about the business, and that don't look good. And listen, some of it might be mind games from Saul to get us, from Oscar to get in Saul's head. Not a great idea. Listen, this is a tough fight on Saturday. I just think that you know, you saw stuff with us. I know it's different, much different, but like Chantel Cameron and stuff like that. Sometimes you just have to say, look, I just don't think we're really getting on, are we? We feel like we've done a great job for you. You've never really been happy with us. Life's too short. All the best. And they had a great run together. But Oscar's got to understand, you know, all this stuff like, who's your daddy? No. They're your daddy, Oscar. You see Hamza Uddin? He's my daddy. I work for Hamza Uddin. He's my boss. But I don't mind saying it because I'm just a promoter from Essex who's got a big mouth. When you've achieved what Oscar's achieved as a fighter, I feel like he finds it very difficult to say, you're my, you know, because in his mind, he's the golden boy. And you hear him say it all the time. It's my company. I'm the golden boy. You're with golden boy. No. You know, you work for them. And that's difficult because of his star status. But I think those guys, you know, just should be. They're never going to shake hands. It's so bitter, you know. But it's a good fight on Saturday.
Very last one. Have you watched Tony Bellew's appearance on Froch on Fighting? Yes.
No, not yet.
Well, he basically Carl accused him of being a cheerleader for Anthony Joshua. What do you reckon? A bit harsh, or?
Was it? No. What Tony Bellew is an extremely loyal man, like the most loyal man I've ever met. And if he likes you, he will defend you to the death. And that's what he does, you know. And I think that's a great quality.
Eddie, we'll wrap it up there. Thanks very much.